Okay, Joe Oxley joins me tonight before training. How have you found it since you've been here, Joe? I know we haven't caught up before, so...
Yeah, good. It was been a busy summer, and it's been a busy pre-season, and again a busy start to the season. But I think probably for the first time in the last 2 or 3 weeks, started to get into a decent routine, started to get on top of things, started to work with a solid and consistent group and get into that routine of Monday, Thursday, Saturday games, and just overall really pleased with the progress that the boys have made in such a short period of time, and also it's just been really nice, really meeting lots of people around the club, and the challenge that this league has represented has been good as well. I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, you brought in a lot of young players. I noticed. A lot of people noticed most of our players were under 21.
So we were really clear when we came in that the project most excited us for the possibility of developing a pool of young players that we either are currently working with through Varsity 9 Academy, had worked with previously, been at Varsity 9, or lots of boys that we knew that we worked with previously at Luton or in sort of similar circles. So we were quite clear that we didn't necessarily want to recruit anyone above the age of 21, 22, and that wasn't to say that there's not good players out there that are in that age bracket. We just were really excited about working with boys who we felt had the best years ahead of them, and still had that real hunger and drive to want to learn, to want to improve, to want to do more, to want to train twice a week, to want to take on new ideas, and fundamentally to use this as a platform to go to the next level, and that's what we think we can do, whilst getting a winning team on the pitch as well. But yeah, like you said, really, really young group. I think Saturday again we had 4 or 5 18-year-olds start, 4 or 5 18-year-olds on the bench. Half our squad is under 19, so yeah, it's really exciting.
What I noticed about the lads is they're really together and mature for their age, I think.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed.
Yeah, I think that they are good types in terms of their professionalism. Like I said earlier, a lot of them come with that pedigree of being around full-time football before, so they come with an idea of what's expected of them. Responsible, lots of leaders. I think that at times we showed our maturity in terms of games where we've taken control, and we've not ever, I don't think, had fear. We've never been worried about opposition in terms of we approach it, and that shows a good level of maturity to face and tackle those challenges. I think at times potentially we've shown that we do need to learn quick, and there's been games where we could have done with some more experience, and maybe some people that have been there, done it, and there's been periods and games that have been difficult to navigate, where it's been obvious that we've maybe lacked instruction, leadership, guidance, cool heads and stuff. But what you would say is, even in those difficult moments when it's gone bad, is that the next game or the game after, we've not only showed a good response, we've showed a response in the specific areas of the game that have gone bad previously. So yeah, mature, but loads to do still as well, loads to learn, loads to take on, loads of room for improvement.
Yeah. Just going back to Saturday, obviously we didn't do an interview on Saturday.
No.
Brilliant for the first 15 minutes probably. Then maybe you sat back a bit too much. Don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah. Firstly, credit to Brighton. They're a really good side. I think if not the best side we've played, certainly one of the best sides we've played this season. I thought it was a really good game of football. The running data that came out, again, I think it was our second highest collective on metre sprints and distance covered. So you know that it's a proper game when you've got boys, Rico again, 14.5k, Callum over 14k, Cookie was done 11k in 55 minutes. So you're looking at real high elite level running figures, which shows that the game was good quality, and they were good. I thought that we were the better team for the first half. We challenged them a little bit more to try and play through. I think that that's something that we can do better of, given that the quality we've got in pockets and midfield. And we were probably deserved to go in 1-0 up, and then Cam Cook again scores an excellent goal, again 18 years old, was probably one of the best players on the pitch at 18, certainly our best goal threat. And then we just felt, firstly we've been guilty a little bit of switching off after scoring, and it's happened too many times this season that we get our noses in front and we lose a little bit of concentration and we're vulnerable. And maybe we have to just learn to ride the wave a little bit after scoring. If we can navigate 15 minutes by getting numbers behind the ball and doing things smart, I think we'll probably see the game out, get some subs on. As it was, they conceded, were definitely better. They got a little bit higher in the second half. Like you said, with our shape, the one downside of it is it can be easy for us to potentially at times when we're wobbling just drop in a little bit. And I felt we did, and we just conceded the momentum to them. And credit to them, when they had chances, they were pretty ruthless in the second half. They created 4 or 5 chances, and the finishing for them was excellent. And when it goes 2-2, I think if we're honest with ourselves, we were hanging on for penalties at the end there. Aidan comes on again, makes his debut. Another Varsity 9 player comes on, makes his debut, has to come off again with cramp, or I'm not sure what it was. And then we're, rather foolishly, we're writing down the penalty takers. 93rd minute, and in the end it's just defending our box. We're just dead on our feet really, and credit to him really. I think 2-2 would have been a fair result. Penalties, I think, would have taken it. But so many positives. There's not a lot wrong with that performance against, you would know as well as me, I'd say a real good step 14. So if we can take positives from that, learn from perhaps the moments in the game in the second half where we've got to do better, then that should put us into really good stead going into three tough games, but 3 games that we'll have loads of confidence to hopefully go and get 3 points in each.
Just the last couple of questions. I've obviously got a busy week this week. Training tonight, I've got Wellingborough City tomorrow and Hadley on Saturday. How are you looking at those games?
We've been and watched both the teams, so we know little bits about both sides. I think that if you're looking at the table only, you look at it and go, okay, these are games we should win, but I think based on what we've seen, I think that neither of those teams will be down there towards the end of the season, and both those teams have probably got everything to prove in the next run of games, so they'll be right up for it, and there'll be difficult challenges in both ways, both away from home, and like you said, 3 games in a week presents lots of challenges as well. So we'll back ourselves to go and be competitive against any team in this league, but we're not taking anything for granted, anything lightly. I think that I think it's going to be a real tough game tomorrow, and there's going to be lots of thinking, lots of effort, hopefully lots of concentration in training tonight to try and take bits and pieces on to put together, and there'll be changes and there'll be rotations to freshen it up, because like I said, that's 14k, 15k is going to take its toll. You're not going to be able to reproduce that Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, so we'll have to freshen it up and tinker it a little bit, but we're confident in not just the 11. We think we've got good players that are chomping at the bit, ready to get games, so this is a brilliant opportunity for the club to build on the back of two wins in a row in the league and try and get a bit of a run together and get us where we want up, which is up near the top of the league. But it's also a brilliant opportunity for the boys now that have been training well, pushing, to come in and show that they should be in the team and they can perform. So really looking forward to it. Every game we look forward to really at the moment with the energy in the group. Obviously, unfortunately, we're out of 2 of the major cup competitions now, so obviously our focus is on the league and probably the county cup now. So what's the plans after this week? I think it's a shame we're out of competitions. We didn't take either of them lightly. We'd have fancied ourselves. We would fancy ourselves to be competitive against teams from the league above as well. And that's not me being arrogant or overconfident. Just we want those challenges. So it's a real shame not to go and test ourselves. But like you said, it's I think the trophy is a bit of the cup games aren't distractions, but you can approach them differently. It's one game by itself, whereas the league, it's now going right. We've got a string of games only in the league. What can we produce over a period of time now in the league, and that's the challenge it represents. But our approach is to try and win every game and see where it takes us, and not get ahead of ourselves. We try and win every game, and if we keep working hard as we are on the training pitch, and the players keep learning as they are, and we keep having, showing bravery, encouraging our performances, and the club keeps coming together, and we keep getting supporters out, and we keep, the coaching staff and the off the pitch staff keep staying as committed as they are and putting as much energy in as they are, and the players keep coming in with all that energy, then we'll be confident that we can put those wins together, and then we'll be excited about where that takes us through the season.
Right, Joe, thanks very much for your time.
You're welcome,
Thank you, mate. Cheers.